Wellness Rhythm Show. Find your rhythm. Live your wellness.
Y'all, here's a question nobody asks at a dinner party, but probably should. What are you breathing right now?
And I don't mean that philosophically, I mean literally. Because the EPA has found that indoor air can be 2 to 5 times more polluted than the air outside, in some cases up to 100 times worse.
100 times? I read that and immediately felt personally attacked by my own living room.
Right, and here's what makes it genuinely interesting. We spend roughly 90% of our time indoors, so the quality of that air isn't a minor detail. It's a significant, largely invisible health variable most of us have never once optimized for.
Which is exactly why we're talking about it today, because there are real, practical things you can do. And some of what you'll hear might genuinely surprise you. Let's get into it.
So let's define what we're actually dealing with. Indoor air quality, or IAQ, refers to the concentration of pollutants inside buildings, and the sources are not what most people expect.
Right, because when I first looked into this, I was thinking factory emissions, car exhaust, not my scented candle collection.
Exactly. The main culprits are things like volatile organic compounds, VOCs, which off-gas from furniture, flooring, paint, cleaning products, and yes, certain candles and air fresheners. Then you've got particulate matter, mold spores, carbon monoxide, radon, and even cooking emissions.
Cooking emissions. I feel like every episode we do, something wholesome becomes complicated.
The WHO, the World Health Organization, estimates that household air pollution contributes to approximately 3.2 million deaths globally each year. Now, most of that is in low-income settings using open-fire cooking, but the principle extends to all of us.
Here's the thing, though. You mentioned radon, and I think that one flies completely under the radar. Can you unpack that?
Radon is a naturally occurring radioactive gas that seeps up from the ground. It's colorless, odorless, completely undetectable without a test kit. According to the EPA, it's the second leading cause of lung cancer in the United States, responsible for about 21,000 deaths annually.
21,000. And most people have never tested for it.
The test kits cost about $15 to $30. You can order one online or find them at hardware stores. If your level comes back above 4 picocuries per litre, the EPA recommends remediation. It's genuinely one of the highest impact, lowest effort actions anyone can take for their health.
Okay, so test for radon. That goes on the list immediately. Now, let's talk about VOCs, because I think this is where people might feel a bit overwhelmed.
Understandably. But the research is actually quite actionable. A landmark study by NASA, yes, that NASA, back in 1989 found that certain houseplants can absorb VOCs like benzene and formaldehyde. Peace lilies, spider plants, Boston ferns.
Oh, I love that study. Though, to be fair, there's been some pushback on it more recently, right?
Brilliant point, Emma, yes. Researchers at Drexel University, including Michael Waring, reanalyzed the data and found you'd need hundreds of plants per square meter to match what a standard ventilation system does. So plants are lovely, but they're not a primary solution.
They're a bonus, not a strategy. Got it.
Ventilation is actually the most evidence-supported intervention. Opening windows when outdoor air quality is good, using exhaust fans in kitchens and bathrooms, these mechanically dilute indoor pollutants. It sounds almost too simple.
And yet I think a lot of us, especially in Austin summers, keep everything sealed up with the AC blasting for months, which I am guilty of.
Which is exactly when indoor pollutant concentrations build up. There's a concept called the building tightness trade-off. Modern, energy-efficient construction is fantastic for heating and cooling costs, but creates sealed environments that trap pollutants.
So newer homes can actually be worse for air quality than older, draftier ones?
In that specific respect, yes. Which is why the American Society of Heating, Refrigerating and Air Conditioning Engineers, ASHRAE, has developed ventilation standards to address exactly this, and mechanical air filtration fills the gap when you can't open windows.
Okay, y'all. Speaking of air purifiers, I mentioned last episode I got one the previous year and genuinely noticed a difference during wildfire season here in Austin. So this is not just theoretical for me.
And that tracks with the evidence. HEPA filtration, high-efficiency particulate air, removes 99.97% of particles at 0.3 microns. That includes smoke particles, dust mites, pet dander, mold spores. The research is strong on HEPA for respiratory health outcomes.
Here's where I want to push back a little, though, because when I was researching this, I saw so many air purifiers making wild claims. Ionic purifiers, ozone generators, plasma technology, and I got confused fast.
This is an important nuance. The California Air Resources Board, CARB, has actually flagged ozone-generating air purifiers as potentially harmful. Ozone at high concentrations irritates the lungs and can worsen respiratory conditions. The marketing often sounds impressive, but the mechanism can be counterproductive.
So what should people look for?
HEPA certification, activated carbon for gases and odors, and a CADRA, clean air delivery rate, appropriate for the room size. And critically, look for CARB certification or Association of Home Appliance Manufacturers certification. Skip anything that leads with ionizing as the primary technology.
That is so useful, because I think most of us just buy the one with the best-looking reviews and a convincing product photo.
Guilty.
Wait, you, Mr. Evidence-Based Finance Professional, bought a dodgy air purifier?
I bought one with a frankly suspicious number of glowing modes. It looked very space age. I've since replaced it.
I love that for you. Okay, while we're being honest with ourselves, if you found value in this kind of conversation, please do like and subscribe to the Wellness Rhythm Show. It genuinely helps us reach more people who could use an informed friend in their corner.
Right, let's shift to something that tends to surprise people: cooking emissions. Research published in Environmental Science and Technology found that gas stoves can emit nitrogen dioxide at levels that exceed outdoor air quality standards within minutes of cooking.
I grew up in a gas stove household. This is making me slightly anxious.
The fix isn't necessarily to rip out your stove. Using the range hood every single time you cook and making sure it actually vents to the outside rather than just recirculating makes a significant difference. And cracking a window while cooking is a simple supplement.
Here's the thing, though. A lot of range hoods just recirculate. I did not know that until embarrassingly recently.
Recirculating hoods filter particulates but don't remove gases like NO2. Venting to outside is the gold standard. If you're renting and can't change that, window ventilation plus a portable air purifier in the kitchen is a reasonable workaround.
Let's talk about something more behavioral. Because I think for our audience, some of these structural fixes aren't immediately possible. What are the low-barrier things people can do today?
Right, first take your shoes off at the door. Studies from Baylor University found that shoes tracking pesticides, lead, bacteria, a significant contaminant load that ends up on floors and in household dust. Especially important if you have young children or pets close to floor level.
We do this, and honestly, it took about a week to make it automatic. Total habit now.
Second, swap your cleaning products toward lower VOC formulations. The Environmental Working Group, EWG, maintains a database called Skin Deep and a guide to healthy cleaning that rates products by their chemical profiles. It's a genuinely useful resource.
I've used the EWG database for products before. It can be a rabbit hole, but a useful rabbit hole.
Third, control humidity. The EPA recommends keeping indoor humidity between 30 and 50%. Above 60%, mold and dust mites flourish. A basic hygrometer, about $10 to $15, tells you exactly where you stand.
Okay, I did not own one of those until 6 months ago, and now I am somewhat obsessed with the number.
Fourth, don't overlook your HVAC filter. The American Lung Association recommends MERV 13 filters or higher for meaningful particulate reduction, changed every 60 to 90 days. Most people are running filters well past their effective lifespan.
Y'all, hand up. I have definitely been in that camp. The filter thing is one of those tasks that nobody teaches you to prioritize.
And fifth, this one requires no equipment, eliminate or dramatically reduce synthetic fragrances, air fresheners, plug-ins, fabric softener dryer sheets. Research published in the journal Air Quality, Atmosphere and Health found that fragrance products routinely emit VOCs, including some classified as hazardous. If something is made to smell a certain way artificially, it's almost certainly off-gassing something.
This is the one that genuinely hurt me personally. I love a good candle. But I've moved towards beeswax or soy with cotton wicks and no synthetic fragrance, and honestly, fine. The trade-off is worth it.
Paraffin candles with synthetic scents are the worst combination. If you want fragrance, essential oil diffusers with cold diffusion, not heat-based, are a lower emission option. Though bear in mind, even natural compounds can be irritants at high concentrations.
Always a nuance with you, David?
I consider it a feature.
Okay. If I had to give people one thing to walk away with today, just one, it would be this. Ventilate more than you think you need to. Open windows when you can. Use your exhaust fans consistently. Because the single most effective thing you can do for indoor air is dilute what's already in it.
And get a radon test kit. $15 genuinely could be life-altering information. That's the kind of asymmetric return on effort that I find difficult to argue with.
Y'all, the air in your home is not a background condition. It's an active variable in your health. And the good news is, most of the fixes here are genuinely doable. You don't have to overhaul everything at once. Start with one thing this week.
Right, small, unsexy interventions consistently applied. That's basically the theme of every episode we do, and it remains the most evidence-supported approach we've found.
It really is. Thanks for spending this time with us on the Wellness Rhythm Show. And if today's conversation gave you something useful, we'd genuinely love for you to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could use an informed friend. We'll see y'all next time.
Until then, breathe well, or at least better than you were an hour ago.
This show is part of the voxcrea.ai system. If you want a show like this for your organization without building it yourself,
Go to voxcrea.ai and request a sample episode.